Friends, good evening. Welcome to my channel Nifty se Aage. As per my promise, I am making a exclusive video about 3 strategies which I have suggested to my subscribers. I have made a separate video in Hindi few days back, and now I am making a video in English for the benefit of my friends who don't follow Hindi. So let me straight away come to the strategies first. Strategy number 1: on Friday morning, if the Nifty opens at 15,002, say, this is just an example, Nifty opens at 15,002, you immediately make a decision that you will sell OTM 350 call at 15,350. Now wait for the price action till 10:15. If you see the market is continuously going upwards, then wait for another 15 minutes and take a position around 10:30 to sell the call. Suppose you get a good premium of 50 rupees if the volatility is high. In that case, you might get good premium. Say you get 50 rupees premium and you write the call. Your stop loss should be equal to the premium which you receive. That means your stop loss will be at rupees 100. Now, if the market doesn't make any big move upwards between Friday and Monday, then your premium will probably come down to maybe 30 rupees, because if the market continues to move sideways means 20, 30, 40 points up or 40 points down, then the call premium decays very fast after Monday. So friends, you will not be changing your stop loss on Friday and Monday. Also on Tuesday, once the market closes, and Tuesday before the market closing, if your premium has decayed substantially, then you can shift your stop loss to 2 times the current status of the premium. Say the premium trending at that time for 15,350 call is around 22. Then in that case, on Tuesday before market closes, you can put a stop loss of 44. Now when you put the stop loss of 44, it is already very clear that you will be making money on this position. Even if your stop loss hits, you will be making a profit of 6 rupees per lot. Now on Wednesday morning, after seeing the price action till 10:15, 10:30, you would observe that premium has further decayed, because you have already spent another day of the week. So the premium might show as 19 or 18 if the market has been moving sideways. Then suppose if it is showing at 18, then you can put your stop loss at 36, and now you are in a profit of 14 rupees even if the market hits your stop loss. Similarly, at the end of Wednesday, when the market is closing, just half an hour before that, you check the status, or maybe 10-15 minutes before closing, check the status of the premium. If it has further come down to 15 rupees, then you put your stop loss at 30 rupees and you are already gaining 20 points, which means you are already earning 1500 rupees from that position. Friends, now another important point is, if you feel 1500 rupees profit is enough for you for that week, then you can exit the position before the market closes on Wednesday and close for the week. You don't need to wait till the expiry. But suppose if you want to further continue by trailing the stop loss, then on Thursday morning, say the call opens at 12 rupees, then you put a stop loss of 24 and wait for the price action till 10:30, 11, and if you see your call goes below 10 rupees, then you should not be shifting your stop loss. Instead, you can book your profits and close for the week. Friends, never wait too long on the expiry day till say 3:15 or 3:25 unless the 14,350 call is still far out of money. If it is 100 points away or 50 points away, you should be booking your profit early on the expiry day and close for the week. Because if the index say has reached 14,300 on Thursday morning and you have sold the call for 14,350, in that case it will already be trending at a premium which is lower than what you had sold. So at that position you must book your profits, because any sudden 100-point move may come and hit your stop loss. So friends, now if the index is at 15,100 on Thursday morning, still 250 points away, then in that case you can wait till 3:25 or so, when the premium completely erodes and the position expires worthless. Now in case of strategy 1, if there is a big down move on Friday and Monday, in that case you can adjust your stop loss before Monday closing also, or you can exit your position, because if there is a big down move on both the days, then the premium of 15,350 call would even remain maybe one third only. Then if you feel that profit is substantial, you can exit the position and close for the week immediately also. Or if you feel the market will not be able to make up on the upside, then you can trail your stop loss till Thursday until the said option of 15,350 expires worthless and you pocket all the premium. You should only wait till expiry if you have right knowledge of price action. I would obviously be guiding you through my weekly reps, which I will start from coming Thursday. I won't be giving you daily prediction. I will be giving you a weekly outlook. We might talk about other things every day, that is different, but we will not talk about market every day. We will talk about the market only once a week on Thursday evening, where I will give you outlook for the coming week. So with that outlook, you can always use it as a guiding tool to see whether you want to exit your position in profit or you want to carry it to the expiry so that it expires worthless and you pocket the premium. And the risk involved with strategy 1 is, if your stop loss hits, you are through for that week, you book the loss and close your position. Now strategy number 2, when the market opens on Friday, say it opens at 15,000, you immediately write down you want to write the put for 14,650 and write the call for 15,350. Look at the price action again till 10:30 and get into both the positions. Now you might get the call option premium at around 40 rupees or say 40 rupees, and put premium you might get at 50 rupees. Combined premium you will get is 90 rupees. Now how you will put stop loss? On call side you will put stop loss at 50% of the premium you receive, which is 20 rupees plus 40 rupees, 60 rupees, and on the put side you will put a stop loss of 75 rupees. So friends, if the market remains sideways for the first 3 days, you will be in a position where you will be gaining from both call and put premium. Both would have decayed substantially. You can then take a decision. If your profit is substantial, you can exit both the positions and book profit for the week and close. In case there is a violent movement on the downside and your stop loss gets hit for the put side, then your call side position will expire worthless. So in that case you will gain 40 rupees from the call side, but you will lose 75 rupees on the put side. So all in all you will make a loss. In situation where there is a violent move on both sides during the week, market first goes up and hits your stop loss on the call side, and then it violently goes down and hits your stop loss on the put side, you will lose both the premiums and you will probably make a big loss. This is about strategy number 2. Strategy number 3 is when you sell OTM call 350 and you buy OTM call 450. So suppose index opens at 15,000, you again make a plan. You will sell 15,350 call and you will buy 15,450 call. Now the premium which you receive for selling 15,350, say volatility is high, you get a premium of 50 rupees. So where will you put the stop loss? Again you will put the stop loss for the call which you sell at 100 rupees, which is 2 times the premium you have received. And for the call of 15,450 which you have bought, you might get premium of around 26 rupees. So say you get 26 rupees, then you will put your stop loss at 13 rupees, 13, which is 50% of the premium which you have paid. Now in case of either of the stop loss getting hit, say the market makes a big up move on Monday and Friday and Monday, then in that case your stop loss for the call which you have sold might get hit. Then on that very day, after observing for some time, you should exit the other position also. Reason for this are 2. One, because in strategy 3, when you sell OTM call 350 and buy OTM call 450, you have to pay very less premium of 37,000 rupees. But if your position on the buy side stop loss gets hit, then your margin money goes up drastically, and if you are not able to fulfill it, the broker will anyway close the position before the market closes. So it is better that you yourself close the second position, take whatever little profit or loss which you make. You have to accept it. This is about strategy number 3. So strategy number 3, you would be asking why I am asking you to cover the second position if the one stop loss is getting hit in either the call which you have sold or call which you have bought. Simple reason is, friends, suppose if there is a big down move on Friday and Monday, and your stop loss on the call which you have bought will obviously get hit because it will hit the 50% mark. In that case, you should immediately exit because the premium which has eroded on the call which you sold would make you get little bit of profit out of this strategy. In case your position you carry till expiry, what is the risk which is involved and what kind of losses you can make? Suppose your stop loss is hit on the call which you sold, then that position is squared off. You would have already made a loss of 80 rupees because you would not be moving your stop loss till Tuesday market closing. You will only be shifting your stop loss on Wednesday after seeing the price action. So in that case you lose all the 40 rupees on the call which you have sold. Now when you lose 40 rupees on the call which you have sold, then definitely you are making good premium on the call which you have bought. So you need to exit the call which you have bought early in the day or by the closing, because if you wait till expiry and if the market expires at 15,400, then in that case, friends, you have lost your premium of 40 rupees on the call which you sold, and also you will lose the premium of 25 rupees which you paid for buying the call, because it will expire at 15,400, then 15,450 call will expire worthless. It will be out of money. So friends, in strategy number 3, you need to exit your second position if stop loss gets hit on the first position. So this is about all 3 strategies. Now I would like to dwell upon a very important factor which decides which strategy you should take for the week. Although there is always a catch that during the week India weeks keep changing. What is India weeks? India weeks is the India volatility index, which means it decides how the market may move during the week, but or rather it is deciding actually how the market is moving during the day, because India weeks changes every day, friends. But still there is a range which you can choose and decide to take whichever strategy is suitable according to India weeks. Now I'll tell you, please listen carefully. In case of strategy 1, when should you take strategy 1? When on Friday morning India VIX is above 20, like it was this Friday, it was 23.1, then you straight away take strategy number 1. What is the reason? Reason is that when the India VIX is at 23.1, it means the market may suddenly go down. The volatility will be high, market may be downtrending. And even if it goes up, the upside is capped nearly 100 points above, which means it cannot move 350 points. It will have a limited upside, but it can have a big downside suddenly. Big means 100 points or 70 points or 50 points, suddenly it can go down, but upside is capped and upside is limited. So when India VIX is above 20, say 23, 24, 25, whatever, you simply take strategy 1 for that week, and hopefully you can pocket all the premium of the call which you have sold. Suppose if India VIX is below 15, then you don't take the strategy 1. What is the reason? Reason is that when India VIX is below 15 or around 15, the market will keep going up every day. It will not come down any day, and if it keeps going up every day, then friends, it can easily hit your stop loss. If not on Monday, if not on Friday, certainly it will hit your stop loss on Wednesday, like it did in the last week. The market kept on going up and hit the stop loss. But friends, last week there was a difference. The market was going up, but India VIX was also going up. That is something which gave me the idea that the market may fall soon. If not today, maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it will certainly fall. That is why I had given you the daily outlook on Wednesday, that I am bearish on the market. Market will be sideways to negative, and actually market fell that day. So I have told you clearly, India VIX above 20, you straight away take strategy 1. If India VIX is 15 or below 15, do not take strategy 1. What about strategy 2? If India VIX is between 15 to 18, if India VIX is between 15 to 18 on Friday morning, you can go for strategy 2, because the market will remain in a defined range all the time in the week, and you can pocket both call and put premiums which you receive. As simple as that. Now, if India VIX is above 23, I had told you, you take strategy 1, but you should not take strategy 2. Why? Because market may make a big move downwards, hit your stop loss on the put side. You would have got a premium of 90 rupees totally, out of which 75 will get hit immediately, maybe in the next 2 days. In that case, you are only left with 15 rupees on the call side, which might expire worthless, but you would still make a big loss, because you have received a premium of 90. You have already your stop loss is hit for 75. Sorry, you will not make loss, but you will make a very minimum profit, right? So, and when the VIX is so high, there is always a chance that the market may bounce back and make a V-shaped recovery, and in that case it can hit your call stop loss also. Though it is very rare, but in events time, in the week where there are events, such volatility can have violent moves on both sides. I would, friends, in advance tell you about such event weeks. You may choose not to take any trade in those weeks, and if you choose to take trade knowing the risk, it is your call, friends, because it's your money. For strategy 3, very simple, India VIX has to be below 15. Do not take strategy 3 at all if India VIX is above 20, which means last Friday, which means yesterday, India VIX was 23.1. Would I take strategy 3? No, no, no. The reason being, the market is trending and waiting to fall, and if the market falls, then your call sold premium you might gain, but your call which you have bought, the premium will be worth 0. So again, when India VIX is above 20, the best strategy to take is strategy 1. If India VIX is between 15 to 18, best strategy to take is strategy 2. And if India VIX is below 15, the best strategy to take is it's only strategy 3. Because if India VIX is below 15, the market is going to go up and up and up. So even if it hits your stop loss, the other call which you have bought will give you good profit, friends. So in case of India VIX being below 15, and if you want to work on the strategy for that week, you should take strategy 3. In case it is between 15 and 18, you should take strategy 2, wherein it will not make big moves on either side and it will remain sideways in a tight range, and you can take premium from both ends. In case of India VIX being higher than 20, simple call is you take strategy 1 and pocket the premium, because the market will have capped upside and downside might happen anytime. So friends, hope I have cleared you with all the strategies and how they are related to the India VIX. Strategy number 3 may also be beneficial for friends who have an intention, a certain bullishness in them, who think that the market may always go up and up and up. So they can look at this strategy, because in strategy 3 your chances of loss are only when you don't close the other position if one stop loss hits. If any of the stop loss doesn't hit, then in that case you may certainly be in profit in strategy 3. But when India VIX is below